Well, we are about a $50 cab ride away from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Tonight, we finish off Week 6 with a good Monday nighter between the Miami Dolphins and the New York Jets. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Now a play fake. Rodgers. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. He's got a man complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers.
And that's how you start a drive, because you know they have this play in their back pocket, waiting for the right time to unleash it. And boy, did they pick the right opportunity. Unleashed it big time, and that was also a big-time throw.
So the field flips here as they'll go to work at the 20 now on 1st and 10. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. The Jets at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. They'll run for the first time with Breece Hall. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run with Hall. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
This team doesn't mind running the ball in any situation, and I thought he was going to get the first down the way the play developed, but the defense closed in and stopped him just about a yard short.
Cliff Kingsbury here on 4th down, trots out the field goal unit. And his kick is good. The Jets hit the board first. It's 3-0. Had just the one big play on the drive, but that was enough to put him in field goal range.
And one big play of what they hope will be many others throughout the game. Every team has a different target for the number of plays like that, those explosives that we talk about. That allowed them to put points on the board on that drive. Let's see how the rest of the game goes.
And the Dolphins now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Going to the air, Tagovailoa. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. These two teams met down in Miami earlier this year, with the Dolphins winning that one. So they are looking for the sweep here at MetLife. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Tua. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere. And they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people. But you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well. And that's what they just did on that play.
Tua now on first down. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's second down. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0, then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. But I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real for a ball club.
And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. This defense for the Jets, they were strong last week, CD, and that went over New England.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
The Dolphin passing game rolling here. They've got another first down.
Well, we know he can run the football too, but he's a good pass catcher. That's been on display here, Charles, on this opening drive.
And we certainly have seen the benefits of what he did in the offseason, which was spend more time with wide receivers, working on routes, working on cuts, in order to make himself a more complete running back and even more of a threat downfield.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, it looked like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
To throw on 2nd and 10.
Tua.
To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Well, that's not just his first, not his second, already his 3rd completion here on the opening drive. And I think it's safe to say that getting him the ball in this game, one of their top priorities.
And the top priority for the defense has got to be finding ways to cut.
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
This will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
On the move to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Hall. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Whenever I see a drop like that, I have to kind of take a step back and check myself a little bit. So used to seeing those big guys make big-time spectacular plays that when they drop one, I have to remind myself, we ask a lot out of these guys. Block and catch the football, not easily done in today's NFL.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they are trying to create some separation within the division. And look, CD, I know that this is still the first half of the season, but this is a big matchup no matter where it falls, because these are the top 2 teams right now in that division.
And if you can build a bit of a cushion as you head towards the second part of the season, that allows you to survive the expected injuries, potential upset losses, all of those things, and still be in good shape.
From midfield, here's Tua. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's easy to see when we review this that the ball needs to come out quicker, because if you don't throw it right on the break, you bring a crowd of people into the equation.
And that's why it got knocked away there. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
This one complete to Jalen Waddle.
And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A very well-executed play. It goes for 29 yards. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
Also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Tua to throw again. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Then their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Looking to pass. Tua. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Here's Tua. Touchdown, Dolphins. Evan Ingram, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The try here for the extra point. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner, they can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. On play action, it's Rodgers.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain brings us 2nd and 9. 50. Hey, you block over here.
They fake the give. Now Rodgers.
He finds Wilson.
And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 29-yard line. The Jet passing game in rhythm. They've got another 1st.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
Play action. Now it's Rodgers. Going for it all.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown.
A great effort there. 29 yards.
And the Jets have got it back to within a score.
Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. The Jets kick team out now to boot this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 2nd and 10, Tua. Open man downfield is Waddle. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 32 yards as we inch our way to the 2-minute warning.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach.
He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And
got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Evan Ingram, his second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Now this time, Rodgers will throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Hall. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
First and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Give him 30 yards there. What a luxury to have a tight end that can run a post route like that.
It's a luxury for the offense. It's an extreme luxury for the quarterback. Always has a great outlet and usually able to come up with a nice play down the middle of the field.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10. Into the red zone. It's Rodgers. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Dolphins will take over here at their own 14-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Tua, the final shot before half. And going deep for Hill. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner.
Yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. On play action, here's Tua. The pass complete to Hakeem Butler. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with...
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. And the Jets are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line.
That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this third quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind. And we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
They just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them. Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping on.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
On play action, Rodgers. Blitz coming, and down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. On play action, now Rodgers. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
I think it's fair to say there's nothing that gets a crowd to its feet quite like a big play, and that was something special there. Boy, was he moving.
Well, in this league where coordinators worry so much about drawing up the right routes, blocking assignments, misdirections and stuff, they have these precise arrows and movements. Sometimes the best plays just come from the schoolyard where you look at your fastest guy and say, go long, go get it, big man.
And the final clocking on the next-gen stats there. How about this? 22
I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive.
As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half.
And now a hook
look up downfield on second down. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 39 yards there, a big one.
We have seen big plays from both quarterbacks throughout this game, and there's another one right there. Going back and forth, almost like two excellent guitar soloists trying to top each other with each additional play.
Setting to throw on first down is Tua. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Now Tua. He is going to find Hill here. And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. Now it's Tua. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Hakeem Butler, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to extend their lead. The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Well, certainly they'd rather have the scenario they had last time out, Charles. Remember, they had the short field. They took it in the end zone. Now this is going to have to be a longer, more sustained drive if they want to get points.
Yeah, a little bit more of a quick strike opportunity last time by where they were on the field, and you're exactly right about that. But now, backed up a little bit, what's that old expression we love to use? Time to matriculate the ball down the field and try and do it again.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake. Rodgers taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in.
On every offensive coordinator, every play caller sheet, they have about 5 or 6 plays per game that they call shot plays or big plays, and you don't get many opportunities to dial them up, and they just did, and they drop it with a great chance to make a big play. That's going to hurt.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot or running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
88.
Rodgers again now. And that is incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this one's out of bounds. Should be inside the 10, I think it is. At the 6-yard line.
Let's go old school there. That's absolutely a great coffin corner punt. Someone's put some time in working on that, hasn't it?
Seems like every year these guys get better and better. It's amazing how they can command that football through the air.
Yeah, they used to actually practice with hula hoops where they place them and try and put them there. Now a lot of guys use barrels on the sidelines to try and put the football in.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. One quarter remains here as we wrap up the week. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's Dolphin football. It's also Dolphin lead to begin quarter number 4.
Working with his 2nd and 4.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
3rd and 1, and Tua wants to throw it. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need.
Tariq Woolen picks it, and the Jets are going to take possession of the football. But such a costly interception, nearly a pick 6, but now they're so close they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll run with Hall. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here. This close, sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hall again. And not a whole lot there as they'll get him down at about the 2. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. They'll look to run with Hall.
And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
They stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball to the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a 1-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down today, they've been near perfect. 4 for 5 to this point. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Here's Tagovailoa to throw. That's out to Hill, right side complete.
And he is going to have the Dolphins first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. And it's second down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
48 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Great time there to come up with his longest run of the night. We just saw it.
Leads to a lot of satisfaction because if they're able to hang on and win this game, you know what else will happen in the locker room after this?
What's that?
Head coach will step up and go, great job, guys. Because of that, come in a little bit later tomorrow.
And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it. They got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Tua going to throw. And he's got it. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
These guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll try to run this one in. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the night.
And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown.
He will return this from deep in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession.
And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
We're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
Meanwhile, Rodgers throw into the hands here of Hardman.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Good yardage after the catch as that play good for 30 and a first.
Oftentimes now offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air, nice chunk of yardage there, and then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. And the Jets are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
That's caught by Wilson.
And he's got room.
And brought down, but a big gain, a gain that they needed. The only thing to keep in mind here is with him being tackled inbounds, that clock is moving.
The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Rodgers. And Wilson with it, complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. Rodgers now on 1st down. And he'll find Hall. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to him, and it's paying off.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks.
And the Dolphins are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here. Maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. This one back. It's a pick 6 and a Jet touchdown. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great finish.
Won't be enough, but here's a final chance at the extra point. It's up and it's good, but it won't matter. It's as close as they're going to get, and this game is over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still, all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for Miami, they remain as hot as anyone, 6-0 now through the first month and a half. And they'll head back home next week to